voi nello show dedicate alla guerra della Bosnia, ai morti e della guerra della ex Jugoslavia, Sunday Bloody Sunday. Secondo voi perché nessuno è intervenuto in maniera seria? Perché non c'è petrolio da conquistare lì nella Bosnia o a Sarajevo?
I don't really... Yeah, I understand the question, and I don't really feel qualified to answer other than to say that I think the tragedy is the fact that there doesn't seem to be a way forward or an obvious solution there. It may be a little like the Northern Irish problem, where really the solution is almost a question of re-education and an individual thing, because in this situation you have Serbs trapped in Sarajevo being shelled by Chetniks, the other Serbs who are royalists and devout nationalists, and it's not a religious struggle, obviously, it's an ethnic struggle, and I don't know, no one seems to really have a clue how to sort it out, but I really felt that Bill Clinton, President Clinton, was at least moving in the right direction, and I was disappointed that the other European countries did not offer him more support. It seems that there is this kind of conspiracy of inaction, which I find hard to understand, and I don't know quite what's going on. I mean, it's obviously a very complicated political situation with ramifications for all the European countries. They probably all have their agendas. As I think Disraeli once said, there are no permanent allies in this world, there are only permanent interests, and I'm sure that that's the interests that are at play here, not any sense of allegiance.
Con Zooropa avete sorpreso tutti, nessuno si aspettava che dopo il grande tour americano, dopo Zoo TV Special in diretta da Dublino, sareste di nuovo entrati in studio per un nuovo album. Che cosa vi ha spinto a farlo?
Well, we had a few months off, you know, and we thought, well, we just can't go home and relax. We got to go back into the studio and work on some songs. So we originally thought maybe we get 4 or 5 songs together and put out an EP of new material. But the project grew, and the first month of this tour we were flying back to Dublin to finish the record. So it grew into 10 songs, and it was a hard thing to do, but it was good fun to be making a record knowing that it had to be finished by the time the tour started. So it made the decisions of what songs got onto the record a lot easier.
Che cosa pensi rappresenti Zooropa nella vostra straordinaria evoluzione sia personale che musicale? A che punto siete arrivati?
I think we've achieved the freedom to do whatever we want musically, and it's something we've struggled to achieve for 10 years now, so it's a good feeling, you know. This record is probably our most loose record, in the sense that we just really did what felt right and what we wanted to do musically, and we didn't. There was very little second guessing or pondering over whether it was the correct thing to do. We just felt that this was where we were at musically, and we're prepared to just release the record and take the consequences, and that's a good feeling, that we have enough respect, I think, from our fans and from the music community, that there's such a trust for our work, that I think if we feel it's good and we're willing to sign off on something, that people seem to go with us and trust that it is, you know, worth listening to, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we just follow things that are interesting to us. We don't feel a responsibility to satisfy anyone. Well, I mean, there are a lot of people you need to satisfy in a sense, but really our ultimate responsibility is to ourselves, and if the music is exciting and stimulating to us, then we go with it.
Bono dice sul palco Actung Andreotti. Che sapete di Andreotti?
Very little, really. But what I've heard is not great.
Perché non fate le canzoni di Zooropa in questo tour?
Well, tonight we're gonna do our first one from the Zooropa album. The reason we haven't done more is unfortunately the boring old question of time. We really have not had time to put those new songs together and get them into the show. And the show at the moment has such a balance about it that I think it would be impossible just to add one or two songs. I think we'd have to really do a lot of work and change a lot of things, which does take up time. And bringing this production around Europe, there's very little downtime where we can do that. It just takes so long to get it set up.
Qualcuno dopo Zoo TV e Zooropa immagina che il prossimo concerto possiate farlo in diretta da Marte, è così?
Who knows? I mean, we're embracing technology now because, first of all, I don't think there's any alternative, but also because we're terrified that the new technologies will end up making people's lives less and less within their control. And, you know, also because in music, technology tends to be a liberation. It tends to give you the opportunities to move into new areas of creativity. And for us, we've never really felt the need to resist or hold on to earlier ways of working. We've always tried to move forward and experiment. So I think we're pretty hopeful and pretty positive regarding technology.
Yeah, we love technology.